So, what is the most important question?
I would begin with the one that's most acute for a given individual. Now, broadly speaking, everyone's problem is problems: anxiety, fear, concern, worry, conflict, confusion.
This persistent non-specific anxiety is probably the single most common human condition that most people are trying to get away from.
Yes.
And the naive version is I have anxiety because I don't have enough money, so I need to go make more money. Then the slightly more sophisticated version is boy, I wish I could just get over the anxiety of feeling like I don't have enough because practically speaking, I have enough, but for some reason I'm still anxious. So I'd love to get rid of that anxiety. What's the next level after that?
It's a more fundamental level. The next level is zero. The idea that someone should get rid of anxiety is the problem. The problem is not how do I get rid of anxiety. The way is actually to learn where anxiety comes from. The people who have conquered anxiety are the ones who had a clear understanding of what it is and where it came from. The solution to a problem is never the solution, it's always the problem. The solution to any problem lies squarely deep within the problem. There are not two things, there's only one. Everyone is taught to look for solutions, and they believe that the solution is independent of the problem. But ingeniously, nature has hidden the problem inside the solution, and maybe it did it because it wanted human beings to look inside the problem. The definition of the problem is the key.
Can we go through a specific example?
Absolutely. So, in the case of anxiety, a person asks, how do I get rid of anxiety? Their problem isn't that they have anxiety. The problem is that their anxiety will never end as long as they look for a solution to it. Well, if I don't find a solution, then I'm always going to have anxiety. That's correct. The solution is to go backwards, is to look what actually is this anxiety. Put a name on it. When does it arise? What part of your body does it arise in? In what situations does it arise? Know the face of anxiety, not run from it like a boogeyman.
Is this something that's be solved on an individual basis?
There's no solving. It is simply the understanding. The solution to any problem lies diving deep into the problem. The answer lies in the anxiety. Every single thing that I say is fraught with peril because the prescription givers have hijacked the English language. They've already attached an image to every single word that I use. When I say that you have to look into the anxiety, where that will go is, thanks to the spiritual jargon, what they'll say is, oh, I must face my anxiety. No, no, you don't. Oh, that means that I must watch my thoughts. No, no, you don't. Why? Because if you do that, you'll be doing so prescriptively. You'll simply become an automaton who sits there and watches his thoughts. And then you will say, I've watched my thoughts, nothing changed. I went into the anxiety, I faced it, and nothing changed. The prescription is so subtle that any attempt to follow it removes you from the solution. Even as you're listening to my words, it isn't about finding out what I'm telling you to do. It is about understanding. And through understanding, you can take your destiny in your own hands.